Hello and welcome to the beautiful South Point field here in South Point, Ohio, where we're going to join the action of the South Point Pointers hosting the Chesapeake Panthers here for a fast pitch matchup. Two Lawrence County teams neighboring one another here. Chesapeake with a 2-2 record on the year. South Point sitting at 0-5. Wanting to make something happen here. Our second batter is in progress here. We've got Katie Spears up to bat for the Chesapeake Panthers. Facing off against Emily Bird, controlling the circle for the Pointers here this evening. 45 degrees, kind of cool and breezy as Spears got a hold of one. And it looks like it's fielded handily there by Holly Ramey, left fielder for the South Point Pointers. Looks like Riley Swan up to bat now for the Chesapeake Panthers. 2 down. She takes a jab at that outside corner pitch. Emily Bird, an 11th grader here for the South Point Pointers. Catch her on the travel ball diamond with the Black Sox. Threw a nice fast pitch inside. 2 strikes. And she retires Swan to go 3 up, 3 down. And welcome back to South Point Field here for this fast pitch duel that we have well underway here. The Chesapeake Panthers visiting the South Point Pointers here. We're at the bottom of the first inning, scoreless. The 2-2 Panthers wanting to jump ahead here as Erica Bowman controls the circle here for the Panthers this evening. First pitch, a high fastball. Up to bat, this is Jill Alsworth, number 12, shortstop for the South Point Pointers. And that outside corner. She sat on that pitch. And foul ball over the right side of the backstop. Bowman pitching for the Panthers, a 10th grader. Panthers are coached by head coach Aaron Rice. Coach Kevin Hutchinson, the Kevin Hutchinson, John Chapman. And a high fastball comes through. And another high fastball out of the zone sends Alsworth to first base on a walk. Kylie Ellison, the number 7, second batter for the South Point Pointers, with no outs. Ellison also a 10th grader. You can catch her on the motocross circuit when she's not swinging the softball bat. As Alsworth sets up on first base. Katie Spears keeping her honest there with Jordan Storms on first base for the Panthers. Kylie holds on that high fastball out of the zone. Got a 3-0 count. And another high one sends Ellison to first base, so no outs. Got 2 runners on, runner in scoring position now. Sarah Allen, the number 5, 12th grader for the South Point Pointers, looking to step into the box. As the pump-up music flows here over my left shoulder from the press box. Beautiful day for softball, a little cool. Coach Rice wants to think things over here. As we're going to have a pitching change. Who's the pitcher? So we're going to resume action here as Coach Rice has decided to make a pitching change for the Chesapeake Panthers. Riley Swan, 12th grader from Chesapeake, going to be controlling the circle now. As Erica Bowman's going to shift over to first base, we'll put Jordan Storms over to third and Ashley Tackett on short. So a little bit of jostling around here to try to get something going for the Panthers. So we're resuming the action now after paying a late but sincere tribute to our great nation. As Riley Swan, again, in the circle for the Chesapeake Panthers. And Sarah Allen up to bat now for the South Point Pointers. As a wild pitch, it's going to send the runners advancing. That puts Jill Ashworth on third base now. She's setting up shop there, still no outs. Kylie Ellison moves to second. And Allen in the box here. Allen, the 12th grader, intending on enrolling at Marshall University after she graduates. Ooh. One that might have been in the top of the zone there, but umpire didn't like it. 3-0 count. Another high one's going to load the bases up here as Allen makes an easy glide down to first base. Taylor Estep in the 4-hole for the Pointers. Estep, a freshman. High fastball, just a little out of the zone. There's a strike. 1-1 count. Estep, part of the River City Rage travel ball crew. Catch her in action around the tri-state on the travel circuit. Another fastball right down the middle, but Estep holds on it. Got 1-2 count. Swan delivers one that got a hold of it, poor bobble there. So that'll safely bring number 12, Jill Ashworth, across the plate, make it 1 run for the Pointers. So still bases loaded. As number 8, Delaney Dickus now takes the box, right fielder, 11th grader. And she goes on that low fastball. Swan wanting to get something going here. Popped up, fielded by the shortstop. That's Ashley Tackett. A chip shot for an easy out. That's 1 out now. Emily Bird. Nice choice of a walk-up song. Bird is a 11th grader for the Pointers, as she takes a stab at a high fastball. And just the 0-2 count now with that foul ball. Bird plays for the Black Sox travel ball team. She's swinging that slugger. LXT holds on that outside pitch. Swan wanting to gain some momentum here. Outside. Gets away from her, and here comes Ellison's going to go home easy on that one. Score another run for the Pointers. 2-0 with still 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs. Bottom of the first inning. Full count. And Swan delivers that one down the middle, goes into play, and the easy out there from Ashley Tackett to Erica Bowman. So that puts 2 away here. Three runs in now for the Pointers. Inside gets away from her. This deep backstop here. This is a challenging thing as number 14, Taylor Estep, makes that 4 for the Pointers. 2 down. Holly Ramey, number 7, now up to bat. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's 29, Holly Ramey. Oh, and an error at first base. Ramey's going to take second base, easy. Oh, and another throwing error. And she's going to hold at second base. Panthers going to try to regain some composure here. Destiny Newton coming to the plate now for the Panthers, or the Pointers. She's a 10th grader. Newton holds on that low fastball. Newton spends her travel ball time in West Virginia with the Tsunami. Inside fastball. For 2-0 count. Outside corner gets her to make it 2-1. Swan go focus in here and really try to do something, and gets her to buy that inside fastball in on the knuckles. But Newton wanting to make something happen with her teammate in scoring position on second base. Swan. Swan with that outside high pitch, might have caught the top of the zone. Full count. High pitch. It's going to send Newton to first base. 2 on now for Pointers. Megan Epperly, 10th grader, coming up to bat now. Number 24, first baseman for the Pointers. That's courtesy running Sierra Major. Comes in for the catcher. Katie Spears behind the plate for the Panthers tonight. Epperly holds on a really good outside corner fastball. A little out of the zone there, that high fastball to even up the count. And that low pitch that Epperly tries to get a hold of, but down in what would be the dirt, but is the nice turf surface here, this beautiful South Point Pointers diamond. 1-2 count. high outside, try to get her to buy that one, and she says no. 2-2. Man, a foul ball inside. Still 2-2. High pitch, brings the count full. Swan really wanting to set this girl down. And it's popped up. Jordan Storms is going to try to make a catch at the dugout fence of the home team over there, but just couldn't quite get to it. Count's still full with 2 runners on. We're in the bottom of the first inning still. 4-0 South Point. And it's a low one. So she'll take a base now as go to first. Lineup, we've batted around here. Jill Ausworth, 10th grader. Low pitch. And the low one gets away from Spears there. That wild pitch as number 29, Holly Ramey, crosses the plate to make it 5 now for the Pointers. Ausworth holds on another low one. Yeah, we got a baseball on the field. Panther boys and South Point playing on the neighboring field over here at our left. Another low pitch. We're sitting on a 3-0 count as Swan desperately looking to get something going here. Inside, that's going to load the bases up. As the high-flying Kylie Ellison steps back into the box. 10th grader batting in the 2-hole. And Spears is going to get her then, and Swan makes the tag at the plate to finally seal the deal on this first. 5-0. Be back after this. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, we are in the top of the 2nd inning here as the South Point Pointers, Chesapeake Panthers here in a fast pitch duel. 2 neighboring schools here from Lawrence County, Ohio. As Storms, they ask for a check, and she seems to have gone. Umpire, first base ump thinks that she went on that one, so strike. That's Jordan Storms at the bat for the Panthers. Emily Bird hurling the softball for the Pointers. Got Destiny Newton behind the plate. Megan Epperle's playing first base. Sarah Allen on second. Taylor Estep's covering third base, as the outfield is covered by Holly Ramey, the high-flying Kylie Ellison in center field, and Delaney Dickus in right. So a 1-2 count now. Jordan Storms. Low inside on the dirt. 2-2 now. As Jordan takes a stab at that fastball right down the middle, just can't get a hold of it. To send one away now. Your Lady Pointers are coached by Sir Tanner Heberlin, along with Steve Bays and Mark Winkler. As Chloe Hanley now up to bat for the Panthers, watches a inside fastball. Same spot, really tight inside pitch. The umpire seemed to like that one for a 1-1 count. Two-one now. Hanley, a 12th grader. She gets a hold of a chip shot there off the bat handle, looks like, and it's going to be fielded for an out. Has short up. That's Joe Alsworth. Everly for the easy second out. And Zoe Rollins now at the plate for the Panthers. She holds on that outside corner fastball to even up the count, 1-1. I'm sorry, that's Erica Bowman up to bat. And she gets a hold of one, rips it to the right. So we got some heat coming off the bat there. That was Erica Bowman. Zoe Rollins now coming up to bat, had him out of order there. So we got a Panther in scoring position now as a breath of life. Tenth grader for the Panthers. Faces off against Emily Bird and had a great cut there, just couldn't quite get a hold of that fastball. 2 down. And a high fastball well out of the zone there as Rollins holds on that one. And Rollins gets a hold of one, sends it to the right center gap as Bowman's coming in easily on that one. And she'll make it to second base and hang. Life here with Cheyenne. High outside, almost caught the corner of the plate. I didn't like. At this time, but it does catch that even. Panther. And there's an overthrow, so error, but shortstop Jill Alsworth was there to cover that overthrow. Bowman is on third base now, though. So she's desperately wanting to get this run in, close the gap a little bit. As it's popped up and fielded by the third baseman, that's Taylor Eastep making the easy grab. So that seals the deal on the top of the second. 5-1. Pointers on top. We'll be back in a moment. Ends up swinging, getting to first base easy. Batting in the 2-hole there for the Pointers to already set up shop. Sarah Allen now, number 5 for the Pointers, 12th grader. And it's a shot to left field as Kylie Ellison, the motor on Kylie, she's easily going to get home. She's a speed demon. As third base, it is a safe call third base. Storms looks like from here she may have had her, but so no outs here, bottom of the second. And pitcher up after the point. There's the first pitch to her. On that top, that one quick. So 1-1. A little piece of that one to put a second strike on her. Dickus, an 11th grader for the Pointers. And she pops one up. Looks like second baseman, nope, first baseman. Erica Bowman reaches over and grabs that one to send the Pointers back to the dugout. We're sitting at 6-1. Pointers ahead. We'll come back with the third inning after this. And welcome back as we join the action here in the third inning, top of the third now, as the Pointers of South Point host the Chesapeake Panthers. And up to bat now, Samantha Hefner for the Panthers. 9-hole. As Emily Bird continues to control the circle for the Pointers. Hefner fouls one off, makes it an 0-2 count. Hefner pops one way up, and it's going to be fielded. Oh, no, it's dropped. It's dropped. She lucks out on that one as number 24, Megan Erpley, just couldn't quite hang on to that one. Sun might have got her a little. No two. And foul tip caught by the catcher there, Destiny Newton. So one down here in the top of the third. Wind picking up a little bit. Up to bat now, top of the lineup. Ashley Tackett for the Panthers. Ashley's an 11th grader. Catch her in action playing for the Kentucky Crush travel ball. She helps out with the middle school softball team. And she pops the one up directly to center field, and it falls. Ellison couldn't see it. And Tackett makes it to first base. Maybe a little bit of confusion on who was going to grab that one. A little miscommunication there between short and center field. So one down here. That's Katie Spears now at the plate for the Panthers. Spears also an 11th grader. Plays for them for the Kentucky Crush. So she likes to tell dad jokes in her spare time.
Fair ball.
Fair ball. And it's out at first base. So she couldn't quite get there in time as third baseman Taylor Estep shot that over to Epperly and made it happen. So we got two down, but a runner in scoring position for the Panthers. As Riley Swan comes up to the plate for the Panthers now. Swan fouls one off to even up the count.
That bat speed, let's go.
And she gets a hold of one, drives it high to left field, but it's fielded out there by Holly Ramey pretty handily, and that sends the Panthers back to the dugout. We're headed to the bottom of the third and back after this. And we are back in action here at South Point Field as bottom of the third inning. Riley Swan in the circle for the Chesapeake Panthers, facing off against the opposing pitcher here, Emily Bird, who steps into the plate. And she gets a hold of one, sends it to the second baseman there. Looks like Cheyenne Farrell made an easy scoop and got it over to Bowman to put the first one away here for the Panthers. Holly Ramey now up to bat, 12th grader for the Pointers. Also interested in Marshall University when she graduates. Thinking about pharmacy. And also thinking about that fastball down the middle there. So took that one for the first strike. Outside pitch. And one hits the dirt for a 2-1 count now. Ramey left fielder for the Pointers. And tight inside pitch there to back her off the plate. She brings our count to 3-1.
Go get her, Riley, go get her.
Your outfielders for the Panthers here tonight. Chloe Hanley, Zoe Rollins, and Samantha Hefner. As Holly Ramey takes a walk to first base. Still one down. As 10th grader Destiny Newton steps back up to the plate. Center fielder for the Pointers. Has a high fastball. Comes through. First ball. And a fastball down the middle. Newton wants to sit on that one. She's probably thinking about that twice now. And gets a hold of that same pitch. But Zoe Rollins fields it very easily for the Panthers. Puts 2 away now. As the Pointers still have the runner on 1, Holly Ramey. Megan Epperly, number 24 for the Pointers, now up to bat. Sophomore. As the first baseman chip shots it, foul down the left field line. Swan delivers, and Epperly gets a hold of that one, fielded by the shortstop, and that's a out, first base. That puts the 3rd inning away scoreless. The lead is 6-1. South Point Pointers ahead of the Chesapeake Panthers. We'll be back after this. And welcome back to Armstrong Cable's presentation of another fast pitch softball duel here in the Tri-State between the South Point Pointers and the guest Chesapeake Panthers, as thunder and lightning is amongst us, as Jordan Storms steps up to bat in the 4-hole. We're in the top of the 4th inning here. First batter. And she fouls one over the backstop here. Pointers lead 6-1. As Emily Bird continues to pitch for the Pointers here. Storms holds on that high fastball outside the zone. Bird delivers. Another high one gets away from catcher here, Destiny Newton. Doing a great job behind the plate though. So 2-1 count now. Storms is going to try to find her a good one here. She's going to pick her pitch out now. And she doesn't pick that one. Good choice, well out of the zone for a 3-1 count. Storm says, I want to make up my mind on my pitch. And she thought she found it, but it snuck by her there to make the count full, as Bird desperately wants to sit down Storms. And a high one. So she sits on that, takes a free trip to first base. As Chloe Hanley now, number 3 for the Panthers, steps into the box. Storm sets up shop on first. No outs. Ooh, inside, real tight pitch. She maybe thought about wearing that one. Hanley holds on another high one. So 2-0 count. She's going to be selective here. And inside pitch. Hanley, a senior Panther. And she takes a stab at a high fastball. It just sneaks over her bat. Now we're even. Let's see what Bird decides to go with here. Pitch call. Inside and up and over. I could just about have caught that one myself. Still 2-2. Panthers now with a runner on one. And she gets a hold of that one, but it's fouled over the home team dugout. Almost makes it over to the baseball field. Still 2-2, staying alive. Say if Chloe's able to make something happen here, you probably sense some momentum shifting. See what she does. Oh, and she takes a jab at a high fastball and just can't quite get a hold of it. So one down now. As Erica Bowman now up to bat. Bowman's covering first base tonight for the Panthers.
Bring her in, Erica.
And outside pitch. As Bowman waits on that one, so counts now 2-1. Bowman definitely wants to try to advance Storms here as she holds on an outside pitch, very marginal. Yeah. Blue liked it, so 2-2. Bowman holds on another outside pitch, so the count's now full.
Guard the plate, Erica. Guard the plate.
Bird delivers outside on the ground, so Storms makes it to second base as Bowman sets up shop on first. We got a runner in scoring position now here for the Panthers. We're in the top of the fourth inning, still 6-1, one out. As Zoe Rollins now up to the plate for the Panthers, swinging the classic slugger Zeno. She sits on a strike.
Knock him in, Zoe. Knock him in.
And she pops one up. Now these are those, okay. I'll say these are those that can be kind of tricky communication-wise, but number 14 there, Taylor Estep, third baseman, steps over and grabs it, settles the differences as two are now away, 2 outs. As Cheyenne Farrell steps up to bat now for the Panthers. Farrell, just a freshman, pops one down the middle there for number 12, Jill Alsworth there. The shortstop steps over and makes the easy out on second. So we're headed to the bottom of the fourth, still 6-1, South Point ahead. Stay with us. So we're back at it here in the top of the lineup as the South Point Pointers now in the bottom of the 4th inning, squaring off here against the Chesapeake Panthers, playing host. Pointers playing host to the Panthers tonight as Jill Osworth attempts to lay down a bunt. Does not work. Top of the lineup here. And way outside pitch. Evens up the count. As Riley Swan continues to occupy the circle here for the Panthers, and Osworth sends that one over the backstop. 2 strikes now. 1 ball. Osworth's a sophomore for the Pointers. Swan, the senior pitcher, delivers another one outside. So we're full now. Swan delivers this one right down the middle as it's fielded by a shortstop. Ashley Tackett makes an easy play over to Bowman on first and sends the first one away. Kylie Ellison now at the bat, sophomore for the Pointers. Has that stance way opened up. And she's swinging another classic Louisville Slugger, Zeno. See if she can get something going here, and she's going to try to slap. And gets the first strike on her. Ellison open again with the choked up on that bat. Another slap attempt. She holds on that one, so a 1-1 count. Ellison's lightning quick. If she can lay something down, she's getting there. And let's see what the umpire says here. Slapping can be kind of tricky, but here Coach Rice making an appeal that she might have been out of the box when she made contact. I couldn't see from here. They're going to talk it over. As the outfield umpire, I think that might be John Fromm. Can't tell from here, but he's explaining the rules of the slap hitting. And she is safe. As number 5, Sarah Allen, second baseman for the Pointers, now steps up to the plate. Allen, another one of those seniors, swinging that LXT, and she fouls one off down the left field line. Ellison's set up shop on first base, and believe me, she'll get there if anything gets in play. 1 out. Outside pitch, and she's stealing. And she's under the tag. Again, that speed. Ellison gets on base. She's usually on third before you know it. So 2 strikes. That puts number 5, Sarah Allen, away. So we got, should be 2 down now. As Taylor Eastep, third baseman for the Pointers, steps up to the plate. Ellison in scoring position now. And a high fastball well out of the zone. 2 down. And it's pass ball. That's going to be an easy steal for Kylie Ellison. Spears getting vocal, trying to rally the Panthers here, making sure they know go to 1. So 3 balls now. She showed that fake bunt, pumping that fake bunt. It's a strike. 3-1. Swinging that Easton Ghost. If she connects on that, you're going to hear it. But she takes a free trip to first base on the inside fastball. It's out of the zone. So we got them on the corners here now for the Pointers. As Delaney Dickus walks to the plate. 11th grader for the Pointers. Ooh, and she takes a stab at an outside fastball. Misses. An outside high pitch. She'll hold on that as Taylor Estep glides over to second base. 2 down now. And this ball's in play as Cheyenne Farrell throws it over to Bowman to make 3 outs. So another scoreless inning. We'll be back with the 5th after this. So Armstrong Cable welcomes you back to the presentation of another fast pitch matchup here between the South Point Pointers and Chesapeake Panthers. Samantha Hefner now at the plate to start us off in the top of the 5th inning. She'll foul the first pitch off over the backstop as Emily Bird pitching for the South Point Pointers this evening. It's a chilly one, in the mid-40s here. She'll hold on that low fastball. 1-1 count. Hefner also swinging an Easton Ghost, and it pops, but it's foul down the left field line. Two strikes on her now. Let's see where Bird goes with this next pitch. It's that high inside deal. Caught the corner of the plate to send Hefner to the dugout. Those inside pitches on a 2-strike pitcher's count, those are usually the go-to for a lot of these high school pitchers. As number 4, Ashley Tackett, now up to bat. Back to the top of the order for the Panthers here. And she tries to bunt one, but it's fouled off.
That's from that phone, but that's from that app. That's from that app.
Tackett is a junior Panther. And that's low inside for an even count, 1-1. And we've got a baseball in the field. Got a neighboring game going on. And back at it here. Tackett goes on that inside fastball, and she sends one right back, pays him back, sends one onto the baseball field. So I'd say that one's a little more visible to that group over there than that little baseball over here. So we're on a 1-2 count here. Let's see where Bird decides to place this next one. And that one's just high. Would have been right in my face if I hadn't had a fence in front of me. But high one. Tackett grabs a piece of it to stay alive. And then she fights another one off. Destiny Newton working behind the plate here for the Pointers. Doing a great job catching tonight. And oh, this one's tagged hard, and it is gone. Tackett with a solo shot here, top of the 5th inning. That'll rally some Panthers. You can hear the Panther pride crowd over here really getting into it. She absolutely drilled that one. There was no denying where that one was headed. So that breathes some life in, as that makes it 6-2 now. So they've got 2 runs here with 1 out in the top of the 5th. Big celebration in that dugout. So Bird wants to gain her composure here. That's always a kind of a stressful feeling when somebody tags one like that, but she's going to go back to work here against number 2, Katie Spears, catcher for the Panthers. She's delivered a couple high ones, so Heberlin wants to run out here. Sir Tanner Heberlin wants to approach the mound now and talk it over with Bird. Trying to settle his pitcher down. This is as the father of a fast pitch pitcher, that's definitely a feeling. It's hard to shake, somebody getting one over the fence on you. Happened to my little girl last year one time. I'm going to settle back in here. Not a big deal, no damage really. Just a little bit of damage, 1 run. Those solo shots, it's more the mentality of it all than it is the actual damage that's done. South Point still handily ahead of the Panthers as she delivers a strike now. It's a great pitch, outside corner to even up the count. So she's obviously got her composure back. Spears wants to get a hold of one here, though, keep a rally going here for the Panthers. And she does, in the gap. It's a gap shot. It's up against the fence, so she's going to easily make it to second base. There's 1 out, so the Panthers seeing a little light, wanting to shift the tide here as they're in scoring position now. Riley Swan in the 3-hole here for the Panthers, wanting to keep this going. And she takes a shot, but misses on that fastball pretty much right down the middle, but she just got underneath it. Bird got a look of determination on her face here. She's wanting to work these girls out of this inning. Foul ball, almost onto the baseball field. 0-2 count.
Fire the play.
So Riley Swan wanting to make something happen here. Advance her teammate. She almost wears that one. Yeah, she does wear it. So yellow looks good on her. Swan's going to take a free trip to first base. And Thunder and Lightning
All right, Jordan, bring him in.
may be about to strike as Jordan Storms comes to the plate with 1 out, 2 runners on. Coach Rice talking things over with Storms.
A change in pitchers for South Point. Number 29, Holly Ramey is your new
So Holly
pitcher.
Ramey, 29, who was in left field, is now going to take control of the circle here for the Pointers. Holly's a senior. This gal's interested in Marshall University when she graduates high school. Looking at something maybe pharmacy tech. Wants to be part of the Thundering Herd. She's got the heat.
Go, Jordan.
Looks like Delaney Dickus shifted over to left field now. So Jordan Storms,
All right, Jordan, your pitch. Look for your pitch. Go, Jordan, bring him in.
1 out with 2 runners on in the bottom of the 5th inning here. 6-2, the
Get all
Pointers
of it, Jordan,
lead
get all of it.
with a pitching change here as Holly Ramey now throws her first pitch to Jordan Storms. Jordan fouls it off. Hear the encouragement from the Panther fans over here. Getting behind Jordan Storms here. And the changeup hangs in her hand just a little too long. The delivery is high, and Storms definitely doesn't buy that one. So a 1-1 count. There's the fastball down the middle, but it had enough heat on it. She was a little behind it. So 2 strikes now on Storms. She's going to be hunting here.
Make contact.
Delivery, it's low. So we're 2-2 now. Those Panther runners are really wanting to get moving here. Put some more points on the board. Another changeup that hangs a little too long. Comes in high. Brings the count full. So let's see where Ramey goes with this pitch. See what Storms has for her.
Here we go, Jordan. Here we go.
Inside high. Storms is going to take a trip to first base.
Chloe, make contact.
Chloe Hanley now. Hanley batting in the 5-hole here for the Panthers as Coach Rice is going to talk it over with her. Still 1 out. As a distinct momentum shift here. Panthers now have the bases loaded. They're wanting to chip away at this 6-2 deficit.
Chloe, here we go.
Chloe Hanley, a senior for the Panthers, watches a high fastball that's out of the zone.
Good eye, Chloe. Good eye. Find one you like. Come on, girl. Face it.
Hanley's going to look for her pitch now. And she's a little late on it. I believe it was her pitch. She just couldn't get the bat around quite in time. So 1-1 count now as Holly Ramey, senior for the Pointers, now in the circle. Inside corner. Panther fans don't like it. It may have been off the corner a little bit, but Blue called it a strike. And another one inside, well off the plate. Brings the count even.
Start to play, Chloe.
Hanley will go hunting here. And she does, and it's just foul. Good bat speed on that. Just a little early on it. Pulled it left. So again, 2-2 count.
Good contact, Chloe. Straighten it out.
Base hit, Chloe, base hit. You got this, kid.
And she was underneath that high fastball for the second out now. As Erica Bowman, pitcher and first baseman for the Panthers, now going to come to the plate. Lefty, sporting those ringer pitching cleats. She shifted over to cover first base now. Up to the plate now, though. And she watches a meatball right down the middle. Just didn't want to go on it.
Here we go, Erica.
A slightly open stance here as she sits on an outside corner pitch. So we got an 0-2 count as I believe we got another baseball on the field. All right, we're back in action. So an 0-2 count. Let's see where this pitch comes in outside. Umpire didn't like it. Might have got even now for maybe a missed call a minute ago. And that one's low. Bring it even, 2-2.
All right, let's go, Erica. You got a good recovery
And
right here.
another baseball. Somebody's fighting them off over there.
Go, Erica. She's got a pitch.
And
now.
Bowman
Let's go.
2-2 with the bases loaded here. And a high, well out of the zone pitch from Ramey as Desi Newton jumps up and grabs it. It's a full count now, so anything that gets in play or a ball here is going to send a run in for the Panthers. And she fights that off. She got a little piece of that one, just enough to stay alive. This is the moment where she really wants to make something happen. Getting a lot of encouragement here from the Panther sideline. And hangs, chips another one to stay alive.
Start to play, Erica.
At this rate, she's dialing it in. Ramey delivers. And Bowman just right under it as she leaves 3 runners on base. And back to the dugout the Panthers go. Sitting at a 6-2. South Point Pointers lead the Panthers here at beautiful South Point Field. Armstrong Cable. Stay with us. We'll be back with the 6th inning. And welcome back as we're headed to the 6th inning here. Top of the 6th as Emily Bird, the Bird is the word, steps up to the plate for the Pointers, facing off against the Chesapeake Panthers. In the circle right now, Riley Swan pitching. Pointers lead the Panthers 6-2. And a high fastball makes it a 2-0 count. Bird is an 11th grader as she sits on a kind of a wild pitch there. 3-0. Bird part of that Black Sox travel crew. And she reaches and grabs that high fastball, sends it over the backstop. 3-1 now. And an outside pitch sends her on a free trip to first base. Holly Ramey in the 7 hole for the Pointers, now up to bat. Left fielder, who's now, she's pitching now. The pitching change there last inning. So she's in the circle now for the Pointers, but she's going to step up to see what she's got for Riley Swan.
Ready, Katie, be ready.
Swan delivers the first pitch to her. It's a perfect strike right down the middle. I'd say Ramey would like to have that one back. And an outside pitch she grabs, but fouls it over top of the backstop, bounces off the visiting dugout. So an 0-2 count now. Pointers with a runner on 1. No outs. And a low pitch.
Nice scoop, Katie. Nice
Brings the
scoop.
count to 1-2.
Go get it, Riley.
And another low pitch brings us to deuces. 2-2. Ramey will advance this runner and extend this lead. And she pops one. Sir Tanner down there playing some hopscotch with that one. That had some heat on it. I'd say he's glad he didn't wear that one. 2-2 still. And pops one straight up, and the pitcher calls it as she grabs the easy out. Riley Swan steps up and picks that easy one off to send her opposing pitcher back to the dugout.
Go get her, Riley. Go get her.
So 1 down with the runner on 1. As Destiny Newton, 10th grader for the Pointers, now comes back to the plate. Newton again part of that Tsunami organization, travel ball squad. Very well regarded group from West Virginia. As the count's now 1-1. Swan delivers that one inside. 2-1 count. Newton gonna look for her pitch here. Another one inside. 3-1. Newton, the catcher, she's gonna try to pick one out now, and she does, and it's foul ball. As Storms would have made that out probably had it been 6 inches to the right. But we've got a full count now. Spear sets up, and that one's in play. Storms makes a dive, but didn't quite grab it. And that advances the runner and sends Newton to first base. So 2-on runner in scoring position now for the Pointers. We got 1 down as Number 24, Megan Epperly, now going to come back to the plate. 10th grader for the Pointers, and we've got a courtesy runner. Number 11, Sierra Major, back in to run for the catcher. And that one's in play with an out at 3. And Storms thought about it, but didn't quite have the time to get it there. So sends Newton back to the dugout. So we're back at the top of the lineup now. Jill Alsworth, number 12, 10th grader shortstop here for the Pointers, coming back to the plate.
Go, Riley, go get her.
As Riley Swan continues to work. 2 outs now. Outside pitch.
Go, right, Riley, all right. Get back, infield.
Alsworth looks like she might be swinging that DeMarini. See if it's in, maybe. And that one goes right over the head of the runner. And it's coming home for a play, but no. Major scores a run here as Alsworth gets to second base on that one. So 7-2 now. Kylie Ellison now back up to bat, that sophomore. And she gets a hold of one, but it's popped up and fielded by second baseman Cheyenne Farrell, and that sends the Pointers back to the dugout. Score's now 7-2. 8-2, 7-2, 7-2. So 7-2, the Pointers lead. The Panthers will be right back after this. So, welcome back as we are late in the action here as South Point Pointers host the Chesapeake Panthers here at South Point Softball Diamond. Pointers lead the Panthers 7-2. And the Panthers played host to the Wayne Pioneers a few days ago, and there was a late rally. Wayne came back and defeated the Panthers. Let's see what the Panthers have here late in this game for the Pointers. And it's fielded by the third baseman, and she's safe. So that was Zoe Rollins who put that in play, set up shop easy on first base, as Taylor Estep couldn't quite get it to Epperly to get that first out. So Panthers are in business here. As Holly Ramey delivers that strike to Cheyenne Farrell. Farrell in the 8-hole here for the Panthers. Farrell takes that one on the inside. Cheyenne is a freshman, just a freshman here, playing varsity ball. And she fouls one off. Brings the count to 1-2. Zoe Rollins on first base over there. She's anxious to be advanced. Let's see if Farrell can put this one in play. And she does. But it's fielded. So we got an out at first base. Farrell's out. But the tag must not have gotten applied there to Zoe Rollins. So Samantha Hefner, number 4 for the Panthers, now up to bat. Hefner, another freshman. And Hefner puts that one in play. Pitcher fields it, gets it over to 1 for an easy out. So we've got 2 down now with the Panther in scoring position on third base. Still 7-2 Pointers if they can finish it up here. Ramey delivers the pitch inside corner.
Get that running. Let's get that running.
As Ashley Tackett worked back at the top of the lineup now. Tackett sits on that one. Changeup doesn't work as it rolls across the plate. So 1-1 count now. Tackett, a junior for the Panthers. She sits on that low outside corner fastball. Just barely in the zone there, I think. So it's a 1-2. And she fouls one over the backstop. Stays alive. So the Pointers wanting to close this one out here. She pops one up, and it is foul ball. So Tackett's staying alive here. Desperately wanting to breathe a life-saving
That's on you, Blue.
energy here to keep the Panthers alive. Ramey wanting to close this out. And a changeup does work this time. And here comes the runner, or some interference there. So that sends the third out away for the Pointers. So Riley Swan continuing to work the circle here for the Chesapeake Panthers as they take on the South Point Pointers. As number 5, Sarah Allen up to bat now for the Pointers. Score is 7-2. She takes one off the end of her bat. Fielded by second baseman Cheyenne Farrell. Gets it over first for the easy out.
Excellent play is number 14, Taylor Lisa.
So number 14, Taylor Estep now up to bat for the Pointers. One down and fielded very easily by Farrell. Gets it over to Bowman for the out. That's 2 down quick here.
Go get it, Riley.
So up to bat now is number 8, Delaney Dickus for the Pointers in the 5-hole, right fielder, inside pitch. And she gets one off the end of her bat, sends it into right field, and it's caught by the second baseman, Cheyenne Farrell, again, to send that inning away. So again, South Point still leading 7-2 here. Headed to the top of the 7th. We'll be back after this. And welcome back, viewers, to Armstrong Cable's presentation of the fast pitch matchup here between the South Point Pointers and Chesapeake Panthers. Pointers playing host tonight to Chesapeake as we are in the top of the 7th inning now. Pointers lead at 7-2. It's number 2, Katie Spears, up to bat now for the Panthers. She fouls one over the backstop. It's for an 0-2 count. As Holly Ramey, senior for the Pointers, continues to work the circle. She delivers a low fastball there, out of the zone. Spears in the 2-hole here for the Panthers.
Go, Katie. Start it off.
Another inside low pitch to even up the count, 2-2. So Spears pops that one up, and it is caught by first baseman Megan Epperly. Send the first one away here at the top of the 7th.
Go, Riley. Start it off.
It's now up to bat Riley Swan in the 3-hole. Low fastball comes through, clips the bottom of the zone, so 1 strike on her now. Swan doesn't bite the changeup. Holly Ramey's thrown that changeup several times now. And there comes a fastball. It's bang, bang. Third baseman over here, Taylor Estep, caught a lightning bolt there off the bat of Swan. So that puts 2 away. And Pointers, as speaking of lightning, thunder and lightning now, Jordan Storms. See if she can make it happen here to rally the Panthers here late in the game. Low fastball out of the zone. And a high one gets away from the catcher there. 2-0. Storm's going to be selective now. She's going to hop back in there and look for her pitch, and desperately wants to stay alive here and keep the Panthers alive. And she doesn't bite on the low fastball either, so it's 3-0. Get another baseball off the field. And Storms is going to work her way back to the box now for a 3-0 count, as Holly Ramey now wanting to close this out. And Storms pops one up. Let's see if this ends it right here. And yep, poetically, it's third baseman Taylor Estep with another easy out. Caught the pop up, and that'll do it here, folks. This one finishes up 7-2. South Point Pointers actually grabbed their first win of the year. That put them at now 1-5 on the year. Chesapeake falls to 2-3. So we'll catch you next time on the Diamond here, Armstrong Cable. I'm Adam Fry, and we've enjoyed having you. Catch you in action next time.